can I assist you today?
Hey, feel this.
Ready to exchange items? Now displaying current stock. Ready.
Yep, 76.
Initiate trading. How can I assist you today? Ready to exchange items?
Yeah, no, I believe it. It's Estonia is a country bordering around Russia that is essentially it's basically yeah, it's free pickings. Like, there's a reason why everybody was scrambling to try and join NATO. They don't want to be the next Ukraine. And Estonia is kind of like going to be in the same vein as Ukraine pretty soon. And I'm hoping that Estonia gets the same level of support that Ukraine does.
Ready to initiate trading. How can I assist you today? Ready to exchange items?
I don't want to play 76. I've played New Vegas. I've played 3. I've played 4. I wanted to play 76. I didn't want to have to like think. I wanted to play of something that felt like Fallout without actually having to think about things too much. Let me get the raid tier shit done. We's raiding. Oh, you're in NATO? Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Viltas? Vilts? Here's the thing you gotta remember. Article 5 of NATO is the sole reason why you haven't been invaded yet. If Estonia was not a NATO member state, you'd be fucked. Article 5, meaning if you invade one of us, you fight all of us, is the sole reason why Russia won't do it, because it's been shown that just Western resources is enough to stop Russian forces from being able to just walk in and take over land.
You're here. Now it's a party.
Is this the one you were talking?
Yep.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, shucks. Now you gonna make me cry. Let's not get all warm and fuzzy here. Yeah, you bet.
Anyway, in the meantime, one more thing.
I already told my gang.
All right?
I'd air. Yeah. And that I think is what's going to hold you guys over more than really anything else, if we're being honest. The fact that the military in Russia. So here's the thing you got to here's the thing you have to remember about the Russian military. You know, I know you're worried, Miltis, about you being Estonian, about the Russian, in a Russian invasion of your country. There's a couple reasons why you shouldn't have to necessarily worry about that, and why it's not going to be that big of an issue for you guys. One, Estonia is a NATO member state. At least, is it Estonia a member state? Estonia, NATO. Yeah, no. Estonia is a NATO member state. And Article 5 of NATO, which basically says if you fight one of us, you fight all of us, is going to deter Russia. No matter how big for his britches Putin might get, Ukraine has shown, and the invasion of Ukraine has shown, that just Western resources alone are enough to completely stall the Russian state in terms militarily. Not only that, but the fact that Russia would boast for years that that the Great Russian Bear could fight off all of NATO at the same time, and plus the United States at the same time. It's just patently not true. Ukraine's not even a member state, a NATO member state with NATO training, or at least it didn't start so. And its guerrilla tactics alone were enough to completely stonewall. Russia's still in the capture stage. They're not even in the what's the phrase? They're not even in the occupation point yet, which would be even harder. The fact is that the premise, at the very least, of Russia being able to actually fight, just do what they've boasted and fight the entirety of the West at the same time is not true. The Russian army has shown that it's too weak to do that. And that also comes down to, if they did fight everybody in NATO, is that functionally Russia knows that if it would turn into a military conflict, they'd be overrun. The resources alone of NATO to support Ukraine was enough to stall them. And then if you have the combined military strength of arms, it's a done deal. And also, it's not the full strength; it is our excess. It is what we were using. It is the military equipment that was on the cutting edge 30 years ago. They're not Ukraine's not getting new things. Ukraine's not getting the fanciest and most powerful things. Even the F1. Even the F-16, the big shiny big ooh unga bunga, all that shit. Even that one itself is is like 10, 15 years, old in regards to like how new it is. We don't eat like the thing, like there are some things that America has that we as citizenry do. Like they got fucking laser guns or some shit. Like they've got some goofy ass shit that we don't have access to, and or that we don't like know exist yet, and they're not going to show it, at least probably until America for some reason gets in a war with China or some shit. The other thing that which you noted, you said that your people are better trained. Absolutely, because you have to remember that in the in over the last 20, 30 years of Putin's reign over Russia, that he is your quintessential strongman. And the problem with being a quintessential strongman is that you have to be afraid of another stronger appearing man coming up and taking your spot from you. And in lieu of that, the only place that was really going to come up from was the military. So what happened is that the Russian military, which used to be one of the most feared military entities in the world, ended up becoming a place for people, for like young men to maybe get a security license for their job, or some place where like if you just didn't know what the fuck you were going to do with your life, you just went into the military until you figured it out. And people that stayed in the military for long periods of time are perceived in Russian society as failures on an individual level. Like there was nothing better you could do, so you stayed in the army of all things. It's one of those types of cases. And so because of that being the case in the Russian military, what ends up happening is that the potential like for Vladimir Putin to get like overthrown in like a coup or whatever is minimized, but you also get a military that is ineffectual, not respected, and you're just not going to have a good time in that regard. Which is good for us and good for Ukraine, because like all of the people that are invading them are not as well trained, are about as well trained as the motherfuckers as that are on the ground in Ukraine. And because Russia, the KDR between Russia and Ukraine is like, let's be honest, really fucking different. There are certain things that just don't have to be worried about. For Ukraine. Ukraine loses, I think the last number I saw, and quote, and fact check me on this, and this number might not be entirely correct. I think it was like 2 to 3 Russians are lost for every Ukrainian soldier lost, which is like, works for Russia now because they've got an insane amount of people living in their country. I mean, not insane, nowhere near as much as like when it was the USSR, but even so, the fact that they are doing penal legions now, like people who are in prison, it's insane. It's insane, and there's a reason why the leader of Wagner, who got fucking killed by Putin, because of course he did, because he tried to coup the motherfucker, was perceived as like a potential like strong man, as a potential like, we're going to go do the thing, we're going to like have a new Russian state with this bleak old bullshit with Putin. Like, it failed ultimately because at the end of the day, the leader of Wagner didn't want to rule Russia. He just wanted to like go have hot boy summer in Africa and kill a bunch of black people and shit, and that was all he wanted to do. He wanted to take his Wagner group and go pillage Russia and steal wealth and shit. That's all he wanted to do. And he couldn't do that for as long as the war in Ukraine was going on, because they needed the manpower, and so that's what happened. Hello, Todd. What's going on? Yeah. Well, the funny thing is at the end of the day, I think Estonia is going to be fine. Like Estonia, like it has NATO membership. Its soldiers are better trained and better equipped than any of the Russians could be. So yes, while they might be fighting an uphill battle in regards to manpower, ultimately at the end of the day, they're gonna be fine. Not perfect, not fantastic, not wonderful, but you know what? Like, at the end of the day, because there's more NATO equipment in the country, and there's been NATO investment in the country already, you know, your country is going to be okay. Russia's not going to be able to invade Estonia and do, because if they weren't able to do it with Ukraine when Ukraine barely was just doing in the first, you know, couple weeks when they didn't have the equipment that they needed and it was just guerrilla tactics, they're not going to be able to do it with Estonia, who has been preparing for this for a very, very long time. So things might be scary and things might be rough, but because, you know, at the end of the day, Vladimir Putin is an ineffectual leader, who has gimped the internal strength of the Russian state, and because functionally at the end of the day, Estonia is a member state. Even if Estonia does get nailed, you're going to have hundreds of thousands of troops coming from all over the world to Estonia to help beat back the Russian menace. So your guys are going to be fine. You're not necessarily going to get hung out to dry. And even if Article 5 is not practiced and you guys are left hung out to dry, everything that's been shown by the Russians at this point means that the Estonia is going to be able to hold their own. And I think if Putin decided to start an invasion of Estonia simultaneous with the invasion of Ukraine, I think he probably would. I think that would probably be enough for him to have something put into his drink. I'm just saying. The oligarchs are fed the fuck up with him. He doesn't really he needs to get some sort of optics win of some sort. Otherwise, I already understand he's old and he's probably recovering from a stroke, but he doesn't have that long if he doesn't fix his shit. So, but yeah, Estonia's gonna be okay. You know, maybe not fantastically. You know, it might be scary, but for everything I've said, you know, Russia is nowhere near as strong as they proclaim themselves to be, and y'all have NATO tier equipment, so your militaries are going to be fine, and they better train, and they're preparing for it actively. Which, you know, they're not going to get an element. Russia's not going to be able to do its blitzkrieg element of surprise type of stuff. Which I know the Germans didn't come up with blitzkrieg, and I know that's not the proper name for it, but I don't have another name for it because I'm stupid. I'm sorry. And, of course, the worst fucking time it could have broken. Worst fucking time it could have broken. God damn it. Ace. Getting political? Nah, here's the thing, Ace. Viltz lives in Estonia, and there are currently worries about a Russian invasion of Estonia the same way they did Ukraine. And I was just trying to alleviate him of his fears that even if there was a giant invasion of Ukraine, ultimately at the end of the day, ultimately at the end of the day, there's a lot of aspects of both the state of the Russian Empire and the state of Estonia being a NATO member that is going to allow him to not be, he doesn't have to worry. He's a teenager, he's worried and scared. So don't worry, Viltus, you're not gonna get I don't think you're gonna get drafted or anything. I think you're gonna be okay. right? Honestly, though, like my thing is that I think that supporting Ukraine and Estonia in this case is like a morally good thing to do because Russia is one of the is one of the largest funders of far right extremist groups all across the world, and and routinely meddles in the governments of its surrounding areas and abroad. So it's like I think that Russia is a perfectly good adversary to want to fund other nations' defense against. Personally, that's just me. Cool.
What the hell? Frankie? Is that you?
That's right, Beckett. It's me, your baby brother.
If you get drafted, the country's done, finished. Hey, same with me, dude. Like,
No.
I ain't going to go fight. Send my ass to Leavenworth. You know what I mean? Shit.
You're the Claw? How is that possible?
Oh, Beckett. Always 2 steps behind, racing to catch up. Think, brother, think. The Claw lives within all of us, waiting for the moment.
I don't know how religious people are, but the Bible book of it says Gog and Magog in the East will come together and destroy the world. That just sounds like some shit out of 40K. Like Gork and Mork.
Frankie, listen to me. You gotta fight this. It's the chems.
I don't believe... I've been an atheist since I was 13 years old, and I don't think that we should... I don't think we should make public policy based on one group of people's favorite version, favorite fan fiction version of like the words of Abraham. Like I don't want Christian. I don't want to make stuff on Christian policy, Judaic policy, Islamic policy. Politics is of this earth, and the meld and trying to apply the Bible to the politics of this earth, I think, goes against the teachings of Jesus.
I'm sorry, okay? I was wrong. I shouldn't have stuffed you away like that.
Christian nationalists and far right Christians terrify the fuck out of me, and they keep trying to take away my way of life and the rights of people that I care about. I don't fuck with it at all.
Okay, you are my brother. And I need you to
Yeah, I don't know. I just been seeing so much spiritual psychosis, like especially around like especially like over the last eclipse that just happened. People were losing their shit. There was a woman out of fucking Mississippi that like murdered her husband and threw her children off a bridge because she thought the end times were coming. Fucking goofy, dude. That's fine. I want to be clear that all I'm saying is just explaining how I feel. It has nothing to do with like you or no commentary on your beliefs. We're chilling.
Are you my brother's keeper, or is he yours?
I don't know what to do. I don't know what Frankie. I don't know. I'm one of 3, and it was painful. No, I can't do this.
All right, folks, let me know. Do we save his brother, who's now turned into a drug-addled psychopath, or do we kill him? When's the next Winston Cup? Sometime next month. I have to fiddle around with the tourney bot to get it sorted. But Save.
Right. Let me talk to Frankie, I want you to look at me.
Look? Yes. Look. Look beyond this shell made of skin and bone. Look deep and witness the soul of the claw.
Focus on my voice, Frankie. It's just me and you against the world, buddy. Just like old times. Come on, man. Focus. I know you've been hurt, Frankie. And I know I wasn't there for you, especially when you needed me the most. And I'm sorry.
No. It's not that easy, Beckett. The claw demands a high price for failure. The price is suffering.
Listen to me, Frankie. Do you remember when we were kids? You know, we were playing near that bombed-out factory in Maryland, and those rabid dogs just jumped out of nowhere and just surprised us. And we ran. But then I fell into that ditch and twisted.
He is, but the Blood Eagles, like the Blood Eagles, like kidnap people and warp them with chems and shit.
What did you say?
And this is his brother. He's a former Blood Eagle, and he's trying to get his brother
Try
out
and
too.
remember.
No, Beckett. Those moments died when Frankie died. Only a fool dwells in the past. The Blood Eagles are our future.
No. There's no claw, and there's no Blood Eagles. There's just me and you right now. All right, so shut up and listen. After the dogs were gone, and you reached into the ditch to help me out, what did you say? Tell me, God damn it, Frank.
See you, Viltus.
I said, we were brothers, and we'd never walk away from each other, no matter how bad, no matter
how bad things became. Yeah, that's exactly right. You fought off those dogs with nothing but a goddamn broken baseball bat, and it almost killed you, man. But you saved me. And you were so caught up in the fight, I thought I was gonna lose you, Frankie.
A-ho will go in.
I remember you stole those meds from me to fight off the rabies. You kept watch over me for weeks. Why can't I see it clearly? The hell happened to me, Beckett? God, this hurts. It hurts so much.
Oh, God, I know it hurts, man. I know it does. But whatever it takes, we'll get through this together. All right, we are family, and I love you, Frankie. I always have. I always will.
I love you too, Beckett. And I'm sorry. Sorry for everything.
I can't believe I was...
I know you could do it. I didn't know you could do it.
Well, I'm glad one of us did. You know, if anything, I should be disappointed with myself. You know, this is all my fault to begin with. Started him down
Todd,
there,
if
wanted to be in there
Ace,
for
I
him.
mean,
And
me and
McMahon
YGO Devil are going to be building Ruinic
for
Striker
you in this decision.
on stream in about
Not my finest.
an hour. So if you want to like look at a new deck that we're gonna profile together and build it with us, you're welcome to. You can just walk along and stream and stuff.
And I have yours. Okay, head back to your camp, all right? And I'll meet you there soon. Have a safe trip back.
Putting off what? Ace. Let's see if we can get the fuck out of here. Almost heaven. West Virginia. Blue Ridge Mountains. Shenandoah River. Life is older. Older than the trees. Runic is actually pretty good. My buddy has one that is able to. Yee. One turn deck out? Sheesh. Yeah, we're playing it with the striker, and so like there's a little bit more to work with, I guess. God, that beam is some bullshit. They're not bad. They're actually like links are basically like, you wanna know what made me understand them more? They're just tributes that you special summon from the extra deck, and you can only summon more of them past you know, where their arrows point.
Ready to initiate trading. How can I assist you today? Ready to exchange items.
Honestly, pendulums are, I think, a little harder to understand than links. But I'd be happy to like walk you through it and like play some matches with just link cards to help you understand. It's honestly like one of those things of just like the more you're exposed to them, the more you just kind of get them. You know what I mean? That's at least my experience with it. Why did I come out? Head back to camp. Oh, yeah.
You've got a great place here.
How the fuck did this happen? Fields.
You really saved me. You know that? Hey there. Talked to Ronnie, and she said she's gonna handle everything. Like, poor kid. Unfortunate. There's still plenty of those maniacs around. And since that was what I set out to... That's right. After all the crap I've been... Now, don't get me wrong, I'll still be more than happy to accept the caps that come with brokering any jobs for you.
Sounds good to me.
Great. Hey, you know, since I've been in Appalachia, I've run into all sorts of people. And, you know, most of them, but you.
Forget it. You don't owe me anything.
Yeah. So, I, guess you know, if you ever need a drink or just... Mind me. So, I heard something. I got a red-hot tip on a valuable piece of...
Where do I need to go?
I, eliminated several possible locations, except for the train yard. Start there.
Anything for you, Beck.
Can I,
I'm gonna go head out and tackle
use your
that job.
brawn? I can tell that's...
The final word. 50% armor transmission, damage resistance while reloading. Interesting. Probably one worth keeping. Alright, see you in a bit. Dude, I gotta show you my spots visits me if you win your own, I get home, but... Yeah, no, for sure. In about 20, 30 minutes, maybe. If it's 20, yes. 30, no, because I do have to start doing the, Yu-Gi-Oh! Stream shortly. Still gotta do that, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, fortunately. Hey! Check in safety, who fell? Everything okay? Are you? You okay? Oh, Lord of mercy. Sorry about that. Oh, fuck. I just don't know, dude. I just have them. I got a lot. Did I throw the ammo box up here? I did not. I did. Atom bomb, man, a little atom bomb. It's the way be. Million times up in TNT. Take a look at perks. I want nothing more than to get... See, that radium rifle I have there is basically a better version of this. And man, do I want it. Oh, do I want it. But radium rifles are one of the hardest to get all of the schmicks for, so one of the only ways to get it is to just do the radium rifles. Oh, I unlocked more. Thank Christ. Up to Appalachia. Hey, Muscles, what's going on? What quest? I finished up Beckett's quest finally, so now I'm on my way to retrieve a weapon case, and maybe it'll be a legendary, which would be really nice. But after this, I do this ally quest. I'm going to be swapping to Aces. You know what? Fuck it, we go. Fuck it, we ball. I haven't done Sheep Squatch in a hot minute. Let's do it. I mean, the depression do be kicking my ass. The depression do, in fact, be kicking my ass. So I'm not surprised I look sad. Probably the fact that I didn't have the ringlet on didn't help neither. Oh, I'm about to die. Ah, motherfucker. Come on. Who the fuck just killed me? Goddamn. Pylons are down. Oh, we killed the Sheep Squatch? Let's fucking go.
Thank you.
Not a problem. The fuck was my push to talk? Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. Sorry, I forgot what my push to talk was for a second.
All good.
Apparently, I look sad. Viltus. Bleh. Couldn't tell you why I look sad, though. Oh, they tell me of a home far beyond the sky. They tell me of a land far away. They tell me of a home when a storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of that unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless days. Oh, the land of the unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home when the storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of that unclouded day. There it is. I would love to have 2 million views. Listen, if 2 million people came onto my stream randomly and just watched a single minute of this shit, I would have YouTube partnership like that.
Mind me. Hey, thanks for running that.
Hell yeah. Um, you just type in, this is my at. It's flyaway12345. You can just click to add me. Ah, this is the time I remember this. This was the one time I played with Moist Critical in Fallout 76 when the PvP shits was up. Either it was him or it was like someone who sounded exactly the fuck like him. So I don't know. It's when you press escape while in game and you press C for social, and then you'll come in, the social menu will pop up, and then down here at the bottom will be a click to add friend, and you just click down here, and then you just type it in, and then you search my name. That, or you just, oh, you're on console. Yeah, there's no crossplay. We can't play together. But what you can do, Ace, is you can go give yourself the Fallout role in my Discord and post screenshots in the Fallout section, which is what I'm going to be doing.
Need some junk? I've got plenty. Hey, my name's Sam. If you're looking for... And I've got 2 of them. For, you know... I'm a jack of all trades. But what do you... A person like that probably has a huge... Whereas me... I think so. It's been a while, but just ignore the fact that I've never... Metaphorically, the point is, I can help...
Happy to have you on board.
Thank you. I can fix just about... Unless that hard...
In needs of your services.
I can sell you some gear, give you a tour. Not literally, though. I mean,
Good to enjoy. I enjoy a good talk
Me
every once in a
too.
while.
But yeah, I guess my point is...
Tell me more about tune-ups.
Funny you ask. I've always been... Only thing I can't tune is a... What I'm trying to say is, I know a few tricks, but the effects...
What was it?
I wouldn't say it's healing, so... You're not broken.
I want to give it a try.
You... Well, sometimes... Like when you wouldn't think it. Ooh, to survive. This one time, I'm not sure I ever got...
Interested in myself.
Sure thing.
You get tune-up?
Yeah. It actually reminds me of a song. Because remember, I mean, for one... Alright, what do you want? No worries. Hope you like junk.
No, I can't sell
How
anything.
are our defenses
Yep.
holding up? I can take a look if you want.
Awesome, appreciate it. Bloody cheap, though.
How are our defenses holding up? I can take a look if you want.
He's
What do you
interesting.
need, boss?
This is a nice place. Hello. Absolutely. Right. Yes. I might have mentioned, I've spent a decent amount of time working with Scribe Valdez, helping maintain the power armor for...
I put an ally in this bitch. I'm a bounce, y'all. I gotta get ready for this. I gotta get ready for the other stream in on 5. Good little.